Meister Eckhart, a German theologian, philosopher, and mystic of the late 13th and early 14th centuries, remains one of the most profound spiritual teachers in history. Born in 1260 in the region of Thuringia, modern-day Germany, Eckhart was a member of the Dominican order, serving as a preacher, teacher, and administrator. Despite living over 700 years ago, his teachings continue to inspire seekers of truth with their depth, simplicity, and universality. Who was Meister Eckhart? Eckhart was a highly educated man of his time, studying in Paris and eventually teaching theology at the University of Paris, one of the most prestigious institutions in Europe. He held significant positions within the Dominican order, including prior and vicar general, and was a respected figure within the church. However, Eckhart's legacy isn't tied solely to his role in the church. It's his mystical writings and sermons that have endured. He wrote in both Latin and Middle High German, making his teachings accessible to the common people. His German sermons, in particular, brought profound spiritual truths to everyday believers. Key teachings of Meister Eckhart. Eckhart's philosophy revolves around the idea of a direct, personal experience of God, transcending traditional religious dogma. Here are some of his most notable teachings. The ground of the soul. Eckhart spoke often about the ground of the soul, a place of stillness and unity where God and the soul are one. He believed this ground was the core of our being, where the divine resides. Detachment. Gelassenheit. One of Eckhart's central themes is the idea of detachment, letting go of all things, including desires, fears, and even attachment to God as an external being. This detachment, he argued, allows us to experience true unity with the divine. God beyond concepts. Eckhart emphasized that God is beyond all human understanding, concepts, and language. He often referred to God as the God beyond God, urging people to go beyond their limited perceptions of the divine. The birth of God within. A striking metaphor in Eckhart's teachings is the birth of God within the soul. He described this as an ongoing process where God is born anew in the individual, leading to spiritual awakening and transformation. Living in the present. For Eckhart, the present moment is where God is found. He taught that living fully in the now is essential to experiencing divine presence. Controversies and legacy. Eckhart's radical teachings brought him into conflict with the church. In 1326, he was accused of heresy, and some of his ideas were condemned by the Pope after his death. Despite this, Eckhart maintained that his teachings were fully aligned with church doctrine. Centuries later, Eckhart's work gained renewed attention, influencing thinkers, mystics, and spiritual movements. His teachings resonate not only with Christian mysticism, but also with Eastern philosophies like Zen Buddhism and Advaita Vedanta, thanks to their focus on unity, simplicity, and transcendence. Why Meister Eckhart matters today. In a world filled with distractions and division, Meister Eckhart's timeless wisdom offers a path to inner stillness and universal connection. His emphasis on detachment, living in the present, and finding God within speaks directly to modern spiritual seekers, regardless of their faith tradition. His writings remind us that the divine is not something distant or external, but a reality we can experience here and now, within ourselves. As Eckhart famously said, "The eye with which I see God is the same eye with which God sees me." Meister Eckhart's teachings continue to challenge and inspire, encouraging us to explore the depths of our souls and experience the divine directly. Whether you are a student of spirituality, philosophy, or theology, Eckhart's profound insights offer guidance on the journey to self-discovery and unity with the divine. If you're ready to dive deeper, start with his sermons and reflections on the ground of the soul, or the transformative power of detachment. In the words of Meister Eckhart, be willing to be a beginner every single morning. Let Eckhart's wisdom lead you to new spiritual horizons.